first house he bought helped and structured it right. His
Yes.
wife's first house she bought, that took him to the next level because she came with a paid off house, disciplined, budgeted, and did it right and at the time. Or whether you
Yes.
have it paid off or a lot of equity, it was when they were at a certain level saying, oh, well, we need a certain amount of assets and funds. We're going to cash out there because the rent's more than giving us positive cash flow. It was using the house they bought together when we restructured that, giving them that home equity line of credit that they've used and paid off and used and paid off, and it's
That is an awesome tool, by the way. I just got to mention to you, Robert, that getting that HELOC out. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It was one of the best decisions that we've ever made. Getting that home equity line of credit.
but you treated it right.
Yes,
You
you have to.
Yeah, you have to. You were very disciplined. You were educated on the financial tool that it is,
Yes.
and that it is, and you've been able to take advantage of it. Simple interest. We talk about that simple interest, which is you pay interest on what you owe that month.
This is such an interesting topic, a HELOC. So, guys, if you're not familiar with the home equity line of credit, if you own your own home right now and you have some equity in there, call Robert up, please, because I can't stress enough how this HELOC has helped me and my wife get to that next level, guys. We have to use the resources that we have available to us at this moment, right? And if you have that first house that you're already in, you have equity in it, that money is just sitting there, right? It's doing nothing.
Yeah, that's a good tool that we could talk about and consult person to person.
Yes.
And definitely could be some options for those people looking. We talked about, man, I own a home like your friend. Well, how do I get to the next level? Well, how long have you owned it? Where do you sit? Because values are still strong because of inventory.
Yes.
So closing costs. Why can closing costs get higher than why can closing costs get higher than the actual down payment? What's changed since rates went up? Why are the closing costs higher? Well, we have the hard costs, we have those prepaid items, and that adds up quick. They're prepaid, the taxes, the reserves they put for property taxes and insurance, and then the third category.
Buying down the points?
Here's the technical way to say it. What is this third category when your costs come into play is your discount credits or your discount cost for the interest rate you choose.
That interest rate.
On the day you lock in. So what has happened in a year? Well, when rates a year ago or more, the prices were really low, and you can choose low rates with rebates. And the rebates, we can't make the rebates anymore for extra commission or extra commission as a loan person. You get the rebates as a lender credit to help cover the standard 1 and 2 sections of the cost.
Yep.
So choosing the right, now the anomaly is the rates and everything. It's just when you look at the 10-year, the markets, the stock markets, what's happening is we're not seeing any rates without buy downs, or very rare. It's very rare when you're seeing the higher range of rates you're seeing on the news. I think everybody knows what those rates are. Those are the rates you're getting with very little to no buy downs or no extra cost,
Right.
discount cost. And you're getting, if there's discount credits, it's very little.
So if you're searching to buy, or you're going to buy your first home, right? What helped my wife and I, or what helped me out when I was buying my first home, was having reserves in a bank in case anything extra came up, right? And buying that, or getting that lower interest rate, paying for that lower interest rate, actually help with the lowering the cost every single month, and that helps a lot.
The real money.
Yes, the real money.
The money that's coming out of pocket. And that's the key, setting it up long term. We always talked about mindset.
Long term. Mindset, yes.
And I don't know, I had, because it has been like that for a long time, since '08. And I've been coaching up people right. And when we have long-term plans, I just know how I would do it. That's all I said. I gave you the option. Look at the difference of rates and options and payments. And
So whenever I'm going to buy a property with you, Robert, or whenever I want you to finance the next property, what do I ask you? How much?
what's the lowest rate I can get?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, because you're looking at bottom line. Okay, this is my initial investment.
Yes.
Oh, I can put 25% or 30% down. Wait a minute, but I'm going to put my 20% down and get the lower rate, get better possible tax write-offs. Anytime you see that on a commercial, that low interest rate and that little higher APR next to it, well, that's all the APR means is the finance charges added on top of the rate to kind of show you that if the rate and APR are the same on an advertisement, there's no finance charges. But if that APR is a little higher, we're talking about that buying down the rate usually.
Buying down the rate.
It was really the lingo is buying down the rate or discount cost for the interest rate you choose. So it's those costs. The rates themselves aren't changing every day. It's the prices next to each rate, and it's affecting what you would choose or could choose. So
I kind of reverse engineer it as I call it. I figure out what I want to pay every single month, right? What's going to save me more money or what's going to cash flow the most. And once I determine that, then I can determine how much I want to buy down the points, right? Or make sure that the interest rate is the lowest as possible.
Exactly.
So it's looking at a different point of view and kind of engineering it backwards, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's really what we can talk about. We can't get specific on rates unless you call me directly, 760-669-7813. Again, you can, I work with FBC Mortgage. My NMLS number is 322918. FBC Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Their NMLS number is 152859. You can shine when you got a great team behind me. So shout out to #Team Hartwell and all our team associated. And you can find me on YouTube at Mortgage Talk Podcast, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me. I'm everywhere, and you're welcome to call. I don't need personal information to game plan, structure, and give you accurate information.
Awesome. Yeah, Robert. These are exciting times, guys, and if you can get out there and do your homework, educate yourself on what you want to do, especially when it comes to buying a home, investing, or whatever whatever excites you and whatever your passion is when it comes to real estate. Give Robert a call. Give your local real estate agents a call. And see what's going on in the market. You're not going to know what you can do with your resources until you start talking to professionals out there.
Yeah, I agree, and it's a healthy market. The inventory isn't great, but it's there. It's enough to where there's always, God will provide the right deal at the right time. I always say God puts the right time stamp on it.
Always.
So, as long as you're motivated, you're hunting, you match up with a good realtor that's going to put the work in, send you properties, willing to put those aggressive bids in. Hey, we're not asking for a real low price. We're asking for a lot of seller credits to cover me some cost and buying down the rate, and getting.
Yes.
So all I'm paying is the down payment, and that's the real free money is the seller covering all your cost and enough to where you're getting the lowest rate possible. That's going to be huge on the payment. FHA just made announcements and they're lowering the MIP.
Nice.
So that's getting almost cut in half. That's helping.
Awesome.
That's helping the payment quite a bit.
MIP. It's a more private mortgage insurance.
Yeah, or that's for conventional mortgage insurance. Premium is FHA.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
And you said something about you and your wife wanting those reserves. And, when you're pushing the envelope with what's allowed by FHA, or I know we can't get specific, but what's allowed by the rules.
Yeah.
Those reserves, having 1, 2, 3 months or more of payments in some kind of an account, 401k, really could make the difference of qualifying. So you guys, shout out Raymond, visit Raymond's restaurant, Springhouse Restaurant, clean and delicious. Call me at 760-669-7813 and call us at any time. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that
Is that it?
That's it.
that's a wrap? Wow.
Dude, that was bad.
Like, what the? It goes by so fast.
Dude, I came in with nothing because I've been so busy. I'm like,
Oh, me too.
Let's figure it out.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Shows, man. You
Anthony,
Man,
Hey,
great.
I
You're
think
doing
he
great,
came
brother.
with his A game this